Welcome to our review on the dangers of static electricity. First thing we need to remember then is when we're talking about metals that they are good conductors. And the reason that they're good conductors is because they allow the charge to move freely through them. If we think about an insulator, however, they don't allow charged electrons to be able to move freely. So as a result of that, we can build up this charge inside an insulating material. Now, if we conduct that charge away quickly, then we could get an electrostatic shock. So this is basically what happens when you've been walking around in your socks on a carpet, for example. You've built up that electrostatic charge inside yourself because it's all nicely insulated. You go and touch a door handle which is made of metal, and that charge is conducted quickly away from you, and you get that little shock in your finger. One of the biggest dangers that we can find is that if those sparks occur where we've got flammable gases or vapours, then we can get an explosion. So, for example, if we've got fossil fuels being pumped into large tanks, then there will be a certain amount of those vapours around, and if we get a spark, it can ignite them and lead to a big explosion. The other thing that we've also got that's generated by static electricity that's potentially dangerous is lightning. So lightning obviously is being generated by the clouds and the movement of the particles in them there, and then finally when it builds up to a certain point, that charge hits the earth. If you're hit by lightning, that's obviously not a good place to be. In addition to obviously the more serious side of explosions, we've also got just those nuisance problems of static electricity. So for example, on your TV screen, because you get static building up on the television itself, it attracts dust to it, so you get the dusty TV screens. And also at times, depending on the type of clothing you're wearing, then there is the chance of building up static electricity between them, so you get your clothes clinging. So things like socks sticking to you, or your jumper just clinging to the rest of your clothing.